Exactly.
Here comes the pitch. That pitch is swung on. Hit hard in the right center field. One run will score. Ray Hernandez around third. Coach Robertson waving. Terrell Jones. Tigers scored a run. So Wilson on third, Worthington on second. Excuse me, Wilson on third. Yes, Worthington on second. The pitch is swung on. Deep drive. Way back over the scoreboard. That is a home run. Jaguars go ahead by a score of 6-4. On Comcast Sports South, Tigers trail 9-8. The pitch by Smith. Shot in the center field. Hernandez scores. Here comes Terrell Jones. The play is at the plate. And welcome to Tiger Baseball right here at McGregor Park in Houston, Texas. Today's matchup features the Texas Southern University Tigers versus the Jaguars of Southern University. Hello, I'm Nick Strong alongside Brandon Bowden, my color analyst for the day. Let's get right into it. Brandon, the Tigers, what must they do on offense to grab the victory in today's game?
First and foremost, Nick, is execute timely hitting. These guys have a bad habit of leaving runners on base. Just in the last game versus Rice, these guys left a total number of 8 runners on base. If they can execute timely hitting, they should be in good shape today.
Stepping over to defense, Mr. Brian Smith will take the hill today, 3-0, 2.25 ERA in his last 4 starts. How must the defense fare behind him today? Welcome back to Tiger Baseball right here, Comcast Sports South. Again, I'm Nick Strong alongside Brandon Bowden. Today's matchup, again, the Tigers of Texas Southern and the Jaguars of Southern. Let's get right into it. Let's set the defensive lineups for the Texas Southern Tigers. In the outfield from left to right, Luis Hubbard, Corbin Smith, and Brandon Michael in right field. On the infield from third to first, Derek Daniel, Ray Hernandez, Mike Norris at second base, and Kerry White at first. Behind the dish, Andrew Garza. On the hill again today for the Tigers, Mr. Brian Smith, the definite Game 1 starter. Let's catch your lineups for the Southern Jaguars. Leading off batting first, Ozzie Lamas playing second base, batting second. Cal Smith playing right field. In the third spot, playing first base, Frazier Hall in the cleanup spot. Curtis Wilson, he'll be playing third base today, DHing for the Jaguars. Mr. David Worthington, James Armstrong batting sixth, playing left field. Behind the dish for the Jaguars, Mike Gonzalez, he's batting seventh. And in the outfield playing center field, he's batting eighth. His name is Dio Gonzalez. DeMario Ellis will round out the lineup, batting ninth, playing shortstop. Brandon Bowden, let's get right into it. The Tigers versus the Jaguars, a first place series this weekend. What better game to be right here on Comcast Sports South?
This series carries a lot of implications, Nick. Both teams know that, and both of these teams have come ready to play, so it should be an exciting series.
Let's get you some quick stats on Mr. Brian Smith. He holds a 5.23 ERA, 6-2 win-loss record, 11 appearances, 10 games started, 1 complete game, and that was a shutout. How about it? 65.1 innings pitched, has given up 75 hits, 38 earned runs, 43 total runs. Walked 30, has struck out 64. We'll be looking definitely for maybe 75 today. I like Brian Smith on the mound.
Brian Smith has proven day in and day out that he's the ace of this ball club. One of the best pitchers that the Tigers have seen in years. And what better way to win the first game than have your ace on the mound?
Mr. Brian Smith, a guy, was born May 7th, 1989. His favorite player is Ty Cobb. Guess what his favorite team is? The Houston Astros.
Hey, that's my homeboy already, man.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Mr. Brian Smith. His birthday was Friday, and he got a chance to hang out at the Astros game after practice. Coach Rob set that up, and that's what we talk about when Coach Rob comes into this program. This is his second year at Texas Southern. What a great guy. What a great guy to run this program for the next, hopefully, multiple years.
Exactly. Coach Rob, he instills in these guys that, great discipline, and these guys, they love him for it. I mean, they do anything that he asks of them and more. And that's why this team is succeeding the way it's succeeding right now.
Well, here we go. Leading things off for the Jaguars is Ozzie Lamas. Let's get you the umpires around the horn. Reggie Liggins behind the dish. Pat McGuire on first base. And Marshall Thomas at second base. Ozzie Lamas, the second baseman for the Jags. Here comes the pitch from Smith. Swing and a miss. Count is 0-2.
Beautiful curveball, Nick. Placed right on the outside corner away from the hitter. Can ask for a better spot.
See if Smith can lay down his first one today. Pitch is swung on down the third base line. Foul. We'll do it one more time here. 0-2 to count. Ozzie Lamas on the year batting .295. 38 hits. Here comes the pitch, and out of play foul. We'll do it one more time here. Wind blowing in the outfield. Let's get you some dimensions. 330, 315 down the line, 395 straight away center. Pitch is swung on to the shortstop. Ray Hernandez takes it across the diamond. 6-3 if you're scoring at home. One away for the Tigers here in the top of one.
Great first at bat. I mean, they were able to get the pitcher, the hitter to ground out. The pitcher only used, 3, 4, 5 pitches? I mean, that's how you want to do it. You want to keep the pitch count down to a minimum. As I said before, that's one of the Tigers' keys to success in this game. Keep the pitch count down.
Now batting, Cal Smith, a former Tiger. Made the move to Southern last year. Coach Kadar talked about he's been kind of hurt this year, so he's kind of just getting back into the groove.
Kyle is a very tough kid and a very extraordinary player. I mean, great speed, very good contact hitter. We saw him here when he played here for Texas Southern. So this guy he's a trooper.
Cal Smith, actually a freshman All-American, Louisville Slugger style.
Literally.
Yeah, it was the Louisville Slugger freshman All-American team, and Cal was on that team his first year here at Texas Southern. Cal, we know a player that can go deep. He can lay the bunt down in the infield.
Exactly.
He can spray the corners. He can spray the alleys.
Definitely, he has all the intangibles that you want from an outfielder, from a ball player. Period.
Here comes the 0-2. Misses far outside. See if Brian Smith can get his first on the day again here. Here comes the pitch from Smith. It's a little low, 2-2 to count. Brian Smith, we know a pitcher that doesn't like to get behind in the count a lot. He definitely likes to challenge batters. Let's see if he can come in on Cal Smith right here. In the dirt again. The count is now full. Cal Smith, we know, he can hit the ball. We know he has a good head on his shoulders. We know he'll be patient at the plate. He doesn't like to swing at everything.
Exactly. And Nick, the main thing, I know you said Brian Smith doesn't like you being behind in the count, but Kyle Smith is not gonna swing at any bad pitch. He's a very good contact hitter. He's gonna have to come correct with pitching to Kyle Smith.
And there's the first walk of the contest. Brian Smith walks Kyle Smith.
As you said before, Kyle Smith is a very patient hitter. He's a good hitter, period. So he's not gonna swing at anything in the dirt. You're gonna have to pitch something nice to him around the plate. I'm saying don't give him a goofy ball right down the middle, but pitch effectively around him. But you're gonna have to pitch strikes.
That bring up Frazier Hall, batting .384 on the season, 6 home runs, 37 RBIs. The pitch is swung on, towered into the outfield. Brandon Michael going back. Corbin Smith looks like he's gonna make the catch, and he does. 2 away here in the top of one.
Talk about what a great job that Corbin Smith has done in the outfield this season. This guy, extraordinary player, defensively and offensively.
Now stepping to the box, Curtis Wilson, the third baseman for the Jaguars. As Coach Kadar talked about, he looks like one of the guys that may have the potential to get drafted out of this Southern camp.
Southern has put some studs in the league so far, so when he says something, we believe him.
The pitch from Smith. Misses outside. 1-0 the count. Talked to Coach Rob yesterday at practice, and he was very confident about his pitcher, Brian Smith. The Tigers have not lost a game 1 in the conference weekend series yet this year. The pitch is swung on deep drive. Lewis Hubbard going back, and he will make the catch, and he will end the inning for the Tigers here on the top of 1. Tigers 0, the Jaguars 0. You're watching Tiger Baseball on Comcast Sports. Baseline, runners at first and second for Terrell Jones. A hit can possibly win this contest for the Tigers. Jones on the day 0 for 3 with the RBI and a run scored. Big AB right here for the Tigers. If you're going to get it done now. He may show bunt. No, he doesn't. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Frazier Hall, the first baseman, in some steps on the grass. The third baseman playing right behind the grass. Again, Frazier Hall in on the grass. Terrell Jones, the count 0-1. Tigers and the Jags, 9 at 9. The hits can possibly score. Luis Hubbard from second. The pitch is a strike. 0-2 the count to Terrell Jones.
Yeah, Terrell didn't too much like that call right there, but what can you do?
You play baseball.
Hey,
The ump has been consistent all day for both teams. See if Terrell Jones can get it done. Comes the pitch by Mr. Wall. Swung on down the first base line. Foul. No balls and 2 strikes. The Jaguars, 18-17 overall, 13-4 in conference play. They lead the Tigers by a half a game in the standings. A half game because a couple of weeks ago it was raining here in Houston and outside of Houston in Prairie View. Jaguars and the Panthers cannot complete the 3-game series. They can only play 2. So the Jaguars are missing 1 game. Here comes the pitch by Wall. In the dirt, ball 1. Gets away from the catcher. And Luis Hubbard does not advance. He stays put, which is the right thing to do. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Luis Hubbard, the runner at second. Ray Hernandez, the run at first. Cal Wall will work out the stretch. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. Deep drive. Left center field. James Armstrong going back to the fence. Here comes Luis Hubbard around third. Can the Tigers win? Yes! 10-9. Tigers win. Walk-off hit by Terrell Jones. Luis Hubbard scores the winning run. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll wrap things up here from McGregor Park.